I have a 5-year-old pool where the liner developed severe wrinkles after 2 seasons. The company originally claimed it was due to chemicals not being balanced, but they ended up replacing the liner. Now 2.5 seasons later, the wrinkles are back in the same spot on the shallow end wall. They provided all my sample results from the pool store. It shows my pH average 7.9. They are claiming the wrinkles are due to high pH, although nothing I have read indicates wrinkling from high pH. So, without knowing anything else about the pool, any theories on why wrinkles would show up on the shallow end wall, and what does water chemistry have to do with wrinkles, if anything?
Okay, so there are 2 ways that you can get wrinkles in the pool. Number 1, if there's groundwater and the water is building up behind the liner, pushing the liner up, and then receding down so that the liner reshapes itself or sets in a different way, you could end up with wrinkles on the wall. If it's not water behind the liner, which would be noticeable, if you're getting wrinkles, it means there's enough water building up behind the wall. If you're in a clay environment and you build a pool like that and the water drains in the wrong direction and water builds up behind the walls of the pool, it can push the liner out and float the liner. You'll get a bubble, or it'll feel soft, or it'll feel squishy. If that happens, say it rains really hard and it fluffs up like that a little bit, and then as the ground dries out, the water in the pool pushes the liner back into place, you can oftentimes get wrinkles that way. That's the one way. The second way that you can get wrinkles is water chemistry. Now, what happens is they are, in fact, pH wrinkles. Is that when the water chemistry is off, and there's a lot of little factors that go into it, it's not worth a technical discussion about right now, but when the pH is off in the water and you have other certain criteria met, the vinyl actually pulls in on itself and it wrinkles. Oftentimes the wrinkles are spiders. They're not, I would need to know the particulars of your wrinkles. If your wrinkles are all like vertical and are all parallel to each other, to me that would probably be an indicator that the liner is shifting, that something's pushing the liner in and then it's resetting and you're getting wrinkles. If these wrinkles are more like a spider shape where they kind of pop in the middle and then they kind of wrinkle out, that's more likely a pH wrinkle.
Or like spaghetti.
Or like spaghetti, yep. So you get a lot of these little, those are likely pH, and what's happening is the vinyl itself is pulling really hard in on itself because of the pH of the water itself. It alters the chemistry in the liner, and the liner pulls in on itself and creates all those little wrinkles. So they'll be fairly uniform. I mean, but they look like little spaghettis. They're wiggly. If your liners are straight, or your wrinkles are straight, like just a fold, and a lot of these straight, that's from a shifting liner. And if you've got a shifting liner, you have to look at what's causing it. So hopefully that helps.